I do not condone or endorse the use of any illegal substance. I am using these videos as educational and informational purposes only. Anyone who follows the things that I'm doing in these videos does so on their own behalf. I am not responsible or liable for anything that happens if people do try to emulate what I'm doing. I recommend you talk to your doctor first before doing anything of this sort. Hello everyone, we are here. It is day 22. Make sure I'm pointing the right spot. Yeah, 22. We're going to mark it off on the calendar. As I mentioned in my first video in this series, it's best to set intentions when using psilocybin, and I find that might even be beneficial for using microdoses as well. Before I take my dose, I'll sit and I'll say a few words and show how grateful I am and gratitude, and I ask that it helps me with this, this, and this, and I think today is going to be a bit of that as well. There's a few things I've been kind of thinking through and trying to figure out and having a bit of difficulty with, and so I'm hoping that today with my dose that it's able to do that, like to help me pinpoint a few things in my life and notice this, that, and the other, and make some changes here and there. And so with today's dose, I'm going to, as I usually do, sit and be thankful for it, give it some appreciation, set intention with it, how I want to be, how I want to use it today, how I want it to help me today. We're getting close to the end too. I've only got, I think, another 2 more dose days. Another 2 more dose days, and then we're done for the month. It's kind of exciting, honestly, but kind of sad too. I'm really enjoying the benefits that I'm getting from this. I'm really enjoying the clarity I get sometimes. I really enjoy the insights that I get. I'm really happy with the results of this run through already, and I'm kind of considering continuing it, but we'll see what happens from there. So, but anyway, I'm gonna take my dose now. I'll come back, report flavors and so on, and then we'll see what the day brings. So bear with me. Well, I've taken my dose. Similar flavors, that watermelon flavor plus the mushroom itself. I set intentions just for help in showing me things that I need to clarify my thoughts, how to see the things I need to focus on, and so on. So I'm very grateful for this whole entire opportunity I've had this month, and I'm excited to see what the end results are by the end. But anyway, I'm off. I was planning on checking back in within the half hour and the hour, but if I'm going to be out and about, then there's really no chance for me to do that, short of going through my phone, but we'll see what happens. I'm off to enjoy the day, and I'll see you in the evening. I'll see you soon. Well, we're at the end of day 22, and it was a pretty good day all around. I found that there's a lot of things I've been afraid to do just because I'm afraid they'll fail. I'm afraid that I don't have everything in place for it to work properly. I'm afraid that I'll need this, this, and this, and this, and if this happens, then I'll have to stop this. And I've been so just after myself to make sure everything is just perfect before I even begin to try it. And today I decided to just try it and see what happens. And it was scary. I could feel the anxiety and the panic building as I was doing this thing, and it was crazy to even to push through it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I could hear the voice in the back of my head, what if this? What if this? How about this happens? What about this? And it was all I could do to just I had to stop sometimes and just go tell my brain to shut up, have a little mini panic attack and then get right back to what I was doing. What I did today was I actually started some mushrooms. I know that sounds weird to say given the context of these videos, but the time that my family and I went on the trails and went walking in the woods, I had found some lion's mane mushroom, and I decided I wanted to grow some. And at the time I didn't have a grow kit, but actually yesterday we were out at, my wife and I were out at a farmer's market for our birthday, and I brought home some grow kits. I mentioned that I think in the last video, the lion's mane and the reishi one. But I still wanted to try this because I'd had this mushroom in my fridge for the however many days it's been since I found it, and I really wanted to give it, a chance at life rather than just throwing it out. Even though it was a bit challenging, making sure the water was the right temperature, making sure it sat out long enough to do what it had to do to dry and get cool enough. There was so much procedure to it. It was a lot of fun. And even though my mind was just racing a billion miles a minute, it felt sick to my stomach. I was so nervous and anxious about this. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad I actually did it. I've been trying to think of something else I can do now that's something I've wanted to do but I've always put off because I was too afraid to, or something I wanted to do but I could never bring myself to do it for some strange reason. I've been trying to rack my brain as to what that next thing could be. One of the big things that's really been hard to accomplish and really a big hurdle to get over is cleaning my room. My man cave room, not my bedroom. My bedroom's fine. It's my main office slash man cave that's really a big mess. And it's not because there's like trash lying all over the place and there's, you know, clothes all over and it's just like a big mess that way. Like, I have too much stuff. In my room right now, I have about 6 boxes, medium-sized U-Haul boxes, if you know what that size is. I have about 6 of those packed and full of stuff, and I still have stuff like all over the place. I have stuff piled on top of stuff. My shelves are full, and I have things just lying around, like, and it's not like garbage or anything, it's actual things. But I have too much stuff, and I need to prioritize and minimize and get rid of stuff if I have to. And it's really been hard for me to let go of things. I find it almost like trying to let go of my identity. I find that I tie myself too much to my stuff, and I know I'm not my stuff. It's been really difficult though to let go of a lot of things, and I really feel the need to just do it. Like, the things that are in boxes right now have been in boxes for a couple of months anyway. I could easily take those boxes and throw them out, and I would be better off. I'd have more space. I would be able to feel better about myself, and I feel like the clutter in my room is matching the clutter in my brain, as within, so without. If I can get rid of a lot of the clutter, then I can get rid of a lot of clutter up here, I think. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think I'd be better off, but it's so hard to let go of things that you've had for so long, and it's totally random things. Like, I keep everything that my wife gives me. I have, believe it or not, I still have like all the notes that she and I had sent each other, like passed back and forth to each other during high school. I have a dandelion that I gave to her back when we first started dating, back in like 1998, 1999. I keep gum wrappers. I have, it's gonna sound gross, but I have a piece of gum that she had chewed and she put into the gum wrapper, and I kept that. And I've had this now since 1998 or so. I keep everything. And I don't want to get rid of those things. Those things are very sentimental, obviously. Like, I just have so much stuff. I have books I haven't read. We ordered something at one time from, I think maybe from Amazon or from a big box store somewhere or whatever it was, came in this bigger box, and it had these little plastic corners on the corners of the box to help with keeping the box safe. I kept those because those plastic corners, the way they're shaped and stuff, they're very rigid plastic. Maybe I'll use them to put up a shelf somewhere. 15 years later, they're still sitting in a box. Like, I cannot part with most of the stuff I have. I'm finding it so hard to let go of things because I identify with them, I think. And I know that my identity is not tied to my stuff. My identity is me, like my body, my personality, my spirit, my soul, whatever you want to call it, whatever term you want to give it, but it's all me. I think tomorrow I might start going through things and actually set up a box of get rid of. And just saying it, like, I get goosebumps, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that, but I think it's time to get rid of things. Like, I feel it's time to clean house, to declutter, to minimize. Like, in my garage, I have 7 giant racks. They're about 5 shelves or so, 4 or 5 shelves, and on those shelves, they're entirely packed with stuff. Out of the 7 racks that are in there, 5 of them are of my stuff and my wife's stuff, but the majority of it's my stuff. So I have these 7 racks in the garage. The other 2 that aren't being used by me are from my mom and her crafting stuff. Then there's stuff piled on the floor in front of all these racks. Then there's stuff piled on top of the stuff that's piled on the floor and piled on the shelves. And then there's things that just float around in the garage, all weird, like, moved from time to time to get at other things. And that's the same thing in my room here. Is like, I move things to make room for other things. I pile things on top of stuff, and it's just ridiculous. And I really, really don't like it. And I've wanted to for so. I have pictures of my phone of when I start to go through my room, and I'm like taking pictures of before and after. I have before pictures on my phone from a year ago when I tried to do a clean, and nothing's changed. I have pictures from 6 months ago when I tried to do a room clean, and nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is the position of the boxes that hold all my stuff. I think I just rambled on way too much about my stuff, but I think tomorrow is going to be a day of house cleaning. Also editing, because I'm a little bit behind in videos. I think tomorrow begins the adventure of room cleaning, and it's going to be difficult. And it's going to be hard to let go of things, but they're just things. They're not me. I'm not letting go of myself. I'm still here. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I think that's necessary to get rid of all the clutter up here. I need room to let things out, and I don't have the room in here because there's too much stuff. And I think that's why I feel I can't let go of things in my own life, because there's just too much of it. But once I can start letting go of things outside, I can start letting go of things inside. I've just rambled now for about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to cut it here, probably edit out a lot of this video just to make it kind of more compact. It's been a fantastic day. I'm excited to see how the room cleaning goes, and I'm really grateful that I've had this microdosing experience. And as I always say, I do not condone or endorse the use of any illegal substance. I am using these videos as educational and informational purposes only. Anyone who follows the things that I'm doing in these videos does so on their own behalf. I am not responsible or liable for anything that happens if people do try to emulate what I'm doing. I recommend you talk to your doctor first before doing anything of this sort. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, of course, please hit the big old thumbs up like. Let me know that you liked it, but also it helps to push the video out to other people so they can see it too. And if you really enjoyed the video and you want to see more and follow along with the rest of the experience, feel free to hit subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll get notified when the new stuff comes out, and you're good to go. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.